Just a moment, everyone. All right, we're going to get started here on the annual guilds guilds board meeting. We do hold a semi-annual one in the month of January, as our fiscal year is September 1st through August 31st. We do have a quorum present of myself and Matthew Frazier. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I think there may have been some confusion as to what time it was today. So we're going to go ahead and get it done as quickly as we can because it's Sunday. People got things to do besides here. So we're going to start out with sharing the screen. Let's share the whole thing here. I think I need to. Muted. Sorry, we're getting some feedback from the. There we go. Huh?
Nothing.
Okay. Sorry, we had a minor. I'm Dr. Robin Kearney Frazier. I hold a doctorate degree in adult education and distance learning. We're gonna kind of our agenda today is going to be the vice president's updates. We're going to have a guildmaster updates and our board member meeting updates that we held earlier today. We're going to go over some of the projects, the assets, our marketing strategy, membership benefits, and the future outlook. That one's probably the biggest one. Vice president updates. The motion was made to create the vice president of land custodialship. The motion was passed with 3 yes, 0 no. Motion made to appoint Cynthia Frazier to vice president of land custodialship. There was no vote because according to the last will and testament of Howard Frazier, a land trust is created and appointed Cynthia as the trustee of the property. So this means that nothing happens on the property without her consent. And our goal is to maintain a wildlife preserve certification with a wildlife. Fuck, I forgot what they are.
It's an organization in Texas.
No, it's an international one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought it was from Texas.
No. But we'll put that up later on our main page.
Yeah.
Guildmaster updates. The Guardians Guildmaster position is once again open. We also have the Agrarian Guild, which is being filled interim by Christopher Van Cleve. We have the Crafters Guild that Mikey is holding interim. We do have the International Guilds, which is Matthew. We have the Merchants Guild, which is being filled interim by myself. And yes, we realize that is a conflict of our stated membership, but I am the only one currently qualified to do everything that is happening with the Merchants Guild. So I will be ever so thankful if somebody comes in and, hey, I want to be the guild master for merchants.
I don't think it's a conflict of interest if there's nobody to do it.
Yeah, I need water.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, somebody has to do it. Mikey Lee Gravely was appointed to the Resources Guild Master. I should say was confirmed to remain as the Resources Guild Master. We voted that instead of having to do an annual vote for the Technicians Guild, that Matthew Frazier is confirmed for the next 5 years. So 2028 is when that position will become open again, or for reconfirmation of Matt. Board members updates. Our treasurer position is open. Matt will continue as the interim. We do prefer somebody with previous nonprofit and bookkeeping experience. What type of commitment are you looking at? Approximately 4 to 10 hours per month. And that's just basically to double check our books to make sure we're staying on top of it and make sure that we are doing bookkeeping correctly. The exception to the 4 to 10 hours per month is when the 990 PF private foundation needs to be filed. After multiple years as a nonprofit with one of my other organizations that we absorbed, I was not prepared for how, what's the word, we're tedious, not tedious, exacting information. They want the, they have a lot of information that needs to be filled that is not on any, that was not on the 990 nonprofit form. So There was a learning curve there. Not only did Mikey learn how to do the 990 PF, I got to learn as well. We do have several vice president positions open, and I have not updated this yet. But as you can see, come on, mousy, there it is. Maybe, okay, my mouse doesn't want to work. We do have several vice president positions open. We will list those over the next couple of weeks on our main social media account of Guilds of Requiem on Facebook and Instagram, and that will automatically feed to our page. And I do apologize for the fan. Our air conditioner went out, so it's a little bit loud in here. Projects, in our current membership, we have, I think, 10 people with 3 highly active.
What, in the Facebook group?
Well, no, not only the Facebook groups, the Mod Squad, helping with different tasks and different things.
People.
Yeah. I think there's about 10. We do have 3 probationary memberships into the Vendors Guild. Membership by project is the Homesteaders and Preppers Guild. Our bazaar is being held this month on the 16th at Palmarosa RV Park. We do need activities and demonstration presenters. People are welcome to come and be in our barter town, which is strictly barters, or they can have be a part of the community rummage sale. Because there is some bartering that happens when somebody's having a rummage sale, but you can take cash. And that's the key word. You can take cash. You cannot be set up to take credit cards, because then you are considered a business. So please keep that in mind to bring a cash box. We usually recommend $100 in various amounts depending on your pricing. But we do have 2, 3, 4 people who are looking at joining the Homesteaders and Preppers Guild. Our Bards Guild is kind of on hiatus right now. It's a lot about the entertainment industry and cosplay, C-A-U-S-E, playing or just plain up cosplay and how to do it. Our Gamers Guild is also on hold until we have more members that can help run it. Master Procrastinators is being run by Mikey, and the Vendors Guild falls under purview of the Merchants Guild, so I'm currently running that with Mikey doing any finances. So somebody asked, how much does Guilds of Requiem own? Well, we have 2 tablets. The Merchants Guild, I need to be able to be mobile with that because of my schedule that I have with health providers. We do have a Scholars Guild tablet, which we are using to hotspot our internet for a more consistent one. We do have 2 Chromebooks. One is for the Merchants Guild. When that position becomes filled, they will have that option of using a Chromebook provided by us. And that means it does have internet access. It cannot hotspot. Mikey is also in possession of a Chromebook for the Resources Guild. We have 1 printer. It's a nice big commercial brother printer. I think I've gotten almost 10,000 prints out of it before I need to change the cartridge. We do have a crafting room that has various crafting supplies that is open to anybody in the guilds. We do ask for a donation of some sort back to it. You know, give more than you take is a big thing in the Guilds of Requiem. Yeah, oh, Matt just reminded me that we have canopies and chairs as well. I do not have the count at the moment, but I believe we have 5 canopies.
It's a whole mess of stuff.
Yeah,
Tables, canopies, chairs.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Related.
Yeah, we have a lot of event related material. Before I publish this PDF, I will make sure that we update that information. Our marketing strategy for the next couple of years includes an intense social media presence. Our main page will consider guilds as a whole, and it will basically take from what is being posted by the Agrarian Guild, the Guardians Guild, the Merchants Guild, and the Scholars Guild will all show up on the main page. I do realize that is a lot of postings because on some days we have 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. So that's 4 posts per day. I was afraid that we would lose people who followed our page, but we've got 49 new people following the main page since I started this. So something is definitely working as all of our pages that we're posting on are seeing an increase in followers. We do need help. Well, that's not the Merchants Guild. It should be the Agrarian Guild. So if you want to blog on how to sell things and how to marketing, I'll gladly set that up too. It's our Agrarian Guild that needs bloggers to assist in the sharing of knowledge. And this can either be on your blogging and you are using our things as a hashtag and you send me a link and I will gladly publish out your blog and your website. If you don't have a blog or don't know how to blog, and I'm going to lose my voice. Sorry, everybody. If you don't know how to blog, we do have space on all of our websites for blogging by different topics. What we do is we add you as a creator to that website and you are able to blog on there. I will see all blogs as they happen, so then I can schedule them out for when they are scheduled to be.
You need what do you call it? Citations, right?
Yes, if
Yeah.
you are using information from another page or author, please remember to give credit for their work with citations at the bottom of it. The other reason why blogging is important, Instagram only allows 2,200 characters per post. If we do only 2,000 characters and allow 200 characters for promoting you, your business, your organization, whatever it is that you do that may or may not be related to it, we run out of room because you can't put that much information up. So that is why we are using a blog instead of directly posting to Facebook and Instagram. What kind of bloggers are we in desperate need of? Gardening basics, intermediate and advanced gardening, prepper information, and I do need to add in there that we would like some trainers to help give information in the Service and Working Dog Handlers Guild. I would be absolutely thrilled to promote out your business or your training, if you own a training business, promoting that out, adding you to our Service and Working Dogs preferred trainers listing on that website. Yeah.
So you don't have to be an expert to go and blog. If you're doing it and you've done it successfully, just adding in just your viewpoints on things, that's a good way to blog. You don't have to feel like you have to be Mr. or Mrs. everything about it.
Yeah, you don't need to know absolutely everything about what you're talking about. If you just have a basic knowledge and where to find more knowledge like that, that is absolutely perfect. I do have several headers for each of the 4 blogging types that kind of helps give you some topics to choose from and to kind of give you a basis of, okay, let's put them in this order because it makes sense to me as to how I learned to garden or how I learned to be a prepper. And if you're still a basic prepper, fantastic, because then that helps you give your information, your immediate viewpoint of how to become a prepper to anybody who's new to the idea of being a prepper versus myself, where I grew up in a prepper type family. There was always a full pantry of food upstairs and downstairs. We had a shelter down, a bomb shelter downstairs. So this is, being a prepper is like second nature to me. And the Service and Working Dogs, I have trained dogs in the past, including for law enforcement, canine units. In about 2007 is when I started doing some training for service dogs. However, that got a little bit bigger in 2010. However, since I started having problems with my health, I do not train for anyone else, but I will give help with knowledge, or I will put you in touch with somebody who is knowledgeable about what you're needing. All else fails, we tag Renee and she will reach into her training network to find an answer. Membership benefits, that's a big one that we get asked, especially with all of our contracts and memberships that have membership fees come due on August 31st. We do give you the month of September to renew your information or to pay for it. You do get, If you are brand new to the Vendors Guild, you get 6 months of a probationary period. So that means if you start right now, you've got 6 months to decide whether this is for you or not for you. And then you can, pay for your membership fee. What does it get you? You get 1 free space at events. If you want additional spaces, it is at our cost, because no matter what, we still have to maintain how much we are paying for a venue. If you plan on doing 20 volunteer hours per month, what that helps you be eligible for is to join our corporate cell phone plan. I believe we are currently paying about $35 to $45 per line, and that's because some of the lines have money left owed on their phone.
And we can, and phones can be on monthly plans too.
Yeah.
If you buy a new phone, you can pay like
Yeah.
$20 a month for it.
Yep, you don't have to pay everything up front, because you'll be on our plan. Then you have the benefit of the 2-year, and I don't remember what that's called, but we do have AT&T. We are going to be a little bit strict on this because currently we are footing the entire bill for Guilds of Requiem. So you saw there that we have 2 tablets and 2 Chromebooks. That means we are paying for 4 devices that we are donating that money to it, plus we're paying for our own family that's on there. And the reason why we can be on there is, well, we definitely have 20 volunteer hours per month, but we are also allowing any board members who would like to be on the plan, pending that they follow the 20 volunteer hours per month that is set aside and described in the vice president's application, which I do need to update. The other option for other 2 benefits of being a part of the Vendors Guild is we have an online e-store presence. So we basically have guildsofrequiem.com/ whatever the name of your business is, or whatever you want to call it. We will help you name your business if you're brand new to it. Something I failed to put on here is we have resources to help teach you how to run a small business. That includes creating a marketing plan for you that is easy to follow until you've got your feet underneath you and you've figured out everything else.
Really, for the most part, you just, for all that help, you want just participation in that. And it's really not that much if you're already vending.
Yeah.
It's really not that much for the yearly fee.
Yeah, right now our Vendors Guild membership fee is $50. So if you sit there and you look at that, we have 4 events. That's $200. You just saved $50, so that's $150. You have an e-store presence. Instead of paying for your own domain name and your own website and having to create your own website, you have access to a website that's already done. We prorate it by the number of people that on there if we try to give a cost, but I would say it's about $50 a month, maybe a lot. I'd say a lot less because we're paying $500 a year for all this. So if we have 10 people, that's $50 a year to have them, have information on a website. You've already paid your $50, so now it's free. If you were to go somewhere to have someone help you with a marketing plan, they're going to charge you anywhere between $500 and $3,000. So you're getting that for free. If you need to learn how to run your own small business, well, you could go to the Small Business Administration, find out what kind of classes they have or certifications they have. Then you have to go sit in that classroom to learn how to run your business. With 2020, there might be some virtual ones, but you are probably going to have to pay for that course, depending on who you go through. We're giving you that information for free. So that is a lot of value for that $50 a year. Currently, the Vendors Guild is the only guild that has an annual membership fee. The Service and Working Dogs, once we start having physical meetings, is $10 a meeting per team. So if you come in with your service dog, or you have a tandem, if you have a tandem team, then it's going to be $20 because we're basically doing it. I guess I should say $10 per dog that's in a team. I think that's the better way to say it versus per team. Because working with a tandem team is different than working with just one dog. Very rarely will you see somebody who has 3 service dogs. When you go out in public, that's just way too much to handle. I can tell you from experience, having a tandem team out in public, that is a lot. That is like double, triple the work of just having one service dog with you. So, you know, they don't have an annual fee, but they do have per meeting fee once we start meeting again. Same way with Homesteaders and Preppers Guild, especially if we have to pay for a space. Once we have permanent buildings up front, then we can help alleviate that cost and then just have something to help pay the person, you know, that's yapping their trap at the front of the classroom. Probably the same as a service dog, $5 or $10 per person. It is considered a donation because we're a nonprofit. That's the joy of everything, is we're a nonprofit.
Yeah, we're not profiting off any of this. This all comes back to the members.
Yeah, this all comes back to the members. Anything that's taken in. Our Ren Fair last year actually made $50. Well, that $50 was reinvested into the guilds for the next event.
Yeah, bigger, like, you know, more upfront that you can spend on the Ren Fair. I mean, that's the nature of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, bigger and better Ren Fairs, is more and more customers, and it's more and more known. It just
Yeah, and
grows.
you know, people will be willing to do entertainment. They'll be willing to sell food. They'll be willing to help with activities because we're a larger one, and that, you know, we'll eventually, we're not going to become huge like TRF, but we do hope to continue to see growth. This last year we had 22 vendors, and that's including our food trucks, which is up from the year before and up even further from when we attempted in 2020. We're about where we were in 2019 for rent. Well, we called it our Pirate Day back then. And we had like about the same number of vendors. So future outlook, it's right there. I'm going to have the PDF available to it. I'm only going to go into our first 3 years. Why did I choose 3 years instead of 2 years? Because, well, we have a lot of stuff that is built upon in the following years. So our goal for the 2023-2024 vending season, that is the one we are currently in. It aligns with our fiscal year for Guilds of Requiem. This fall, we are aiming to start having the Homesteaders and Preppers Bazaar up front on Highway 16. I believe 8124 is the address that's going to be used for it.
Yeah.
The post office may tell us different.
Okay.
Yeah, they may say, oh, you've got buildings, you need an additional when we have a retail space.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it
the
depends.
number.
Yeah, it's 8124 is going to get you at our address. So that's the best way to put it. If you're looking for Crossroads, we are at Panther Ridge in Highway 16 South. If you know where Country Accents Antiques is, and across the highway is the Nest Cabin Rentals, then you're going to find us. In the 2024-25 vending season, we are looking at moving the Pirate Puppy to Pirate Puppy Party event up front. Say that 3 times fast and you'll know why my tongue tied. We are hopefully going to have the Ren Fair of Bandera County up front in the 2025-2026 vending season. That is left to be seen, because if we continue with growth, the amount allotted for commercial use may not be enough. So we will have to keep an eye on that in the next couple of years. What to expect officially in 2025, our first paid full-time position. We would love to hit that goal sooner, because then that takes a lot of extra work off of our volunteers, because everyone right now is volunteers. Nobody gets paid to work at Guilds of Requiem. We're all volunteers. So you are volunteering at Guilds of Requiem until we start having paid positions. Then it becomes I'm working at and I'm being paid. And this is my, this is my money to pay for things. This is my job. We are looking to have our first permanent building up front in 2025. Yes, it's a bit ambitious to have a 2-story gabled roof design. That's basically your traditional barn. The reason that is we want to have retail space on below, and we need to have adequate office and manufacturing spaces above. I did a cost estimation versus putting two buildings up at the same time. One building came up significantly lower than doing two buildings and everything attached to two buildings. What's going to happen? Retail sales on the main floor, manufacturing and business office will upper floor. We hope when we build it that we'll be able to have indoor restrooms, but that could take us a year or so. So please be patient with us. 2026, we look to add our second full-time position, and we will have a second permanent structure up there, more than likely for the Crafters Guild and the Guardians Guild to hold meetings. We are aiming to have an event activity area cleared of trees with a nice level area for everybody to set up on, or to have, kind of have their canopies and the activities in the center of it. We do aim to have 10 permanent vendors pavilions. What that basically means is if you don't have a canopy, we have a space for you. It will cost more. A project near and dear to me is the Tunuste Requiem Memorial. We will have a small gazebo for that somewhere on the property. So if there's somebody that you've lost, you can go have some quiet time with them. 2026, we hope to have a return of in-person meetings, which includes the Service and Working Dog Handlers Guild and the Homesteaders and Preppers Guild. We are aiming to have community shared agriculture started, and we hope to have all guild masters and vice presidents filled, have those positions filled. Sorry, I'm having a bad day. You can see here in the next 5 years, 2027 to 2032. Yeah, I kind of got off because that would be our third permanent structure. Our marketplace will have permanent vendor pavilions. We'll have the return of third Saturday markets. We have not established the vending fees yet because we need to look at what our costs are to make that happen. And as you can see, everything else, I'm not going to read it, so I'm going to save my voice. Our 10-year, and I'm sorry I didn't put the dates out there, our 10-year goal is to have all of our permanent structures built, a consistent volunteer base, including consistent paid employees. We will have our learning pavilion, which is our internal internships for our 8 guilds now. Sorry, I keep thinking 7, it's 8. To learn basically how to do the skills behind that guild. We hope to have our Hope Haven Academy available to anybody to come participate in. We are aiming to have the high school equivalency, the GED, to have a TEA approved curriculums so that they are granting us money to help pay for our teachers. ESL's English as a second language. We would like to see other languages other than English being taught. We do have a high German population here in Bandera County. We have a lot of Russian, we have Yugoslavian, we do have some Ukraine, we do have some people from South America. So it's kind of a melting pot here in Bandera County that we'd like to be able to teach other languages besides English. We hope to have other adult education pursuits. Basically, that means if you want to learn how to crochet, we'll have a little crochet class. If you want to learn how to bake, if you want to learn how to cook, you want to learn how to balance your checkbook, you want to learn how to adult.
Man, sky's the limit on that.
Yeah, I mean,
you can teach a lot of things in a workshop.
Yeah, and we can do it by either sweat equity or cash. That's probably, I think what we decided is they will probably be cash. We hope to have Requiem's pantry established. That is not the food bank, but very similar to it, to help members in our community who may have hit a rough spot, but they didn't qualify for any help or aid from the state. In our 20 years, it's pretty much open. One of our philosophies is that we're adaptable. That means we're open to organic growth. We hope to have all of our community service programs be recognized within our community. So if, say, you go to the Commerce Bureau of Bandera County.
What is it? What are they called, man? Oh no. Oh,
yeah,
no.
we'd like to be listed on their website so that if you're looking for a certain skill or help or just looking for something, a specific something, that we'd like to be recognized by there. Say you go to the Silver Sage and they're like, hey, go up to Guilds of Requiem, they can help you. We do hope to have our guild services program in motion, and that is basically internships for the construction industry, industrial industries, and we are aiming to have a technician, a cyber technician, anything that has to do with computers, the internet, programming. You know, we hope to have that established as well. If you have any questions that need answers, please put them in the comments below, or you can email us at guildsofrequiem at customer service at guildsofrequiem.com. I'm so sorry. I wanted to get this done because we've got other things to do today, and I will get this posted up as quickly as possible onto our websites. It'll probably be Monday or Tuesday before I can do that. Thank you for joining us. I greatly appreciate your time being here. Yes.
What?
It didn't share. Let me stop. I'm sorry. I just dropped a nasty word.
What happened? It didn't share any of the.
It didn't share any of the PowerPoints.
So it was just us sitting there talking?
Yeah.
Well, maybe, can you put it in later?
No, give me a second here. Yep, everybody got to see me talking. I can put a link in there to go to the main site. I thought for certain it shared what was going on.
Just leave it up. That sucks. We can't take that audio and then.
I can try, because I think it saves as an audio file.
Something occurred to me.
Uh-huh.
It's random too, probably for you, but for participation, I mean, this would help a resume.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking to pad a resume. Because I mean, just working in it's gonna be working in a corporate structure.
Yeah.
Oh, I think like something looking at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Do lessons.
He's okay. He's tired. Christopher showed him the crack room. He's like, yeah, there's no reorganizing that.
Well, he literally had nowhere to go, right? He couldn't even be with his girlfriend.
The girlfriend's sister had 2 kids, and she told him that he could only stay a week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because where they're living only allows guests for so many days.
I think they would have too many people.
And everything fell apart with grandma. They had a big blow up, and then she basically told him, get out. Either you go to school, or you work and you pay your way, or leave. Grandma wanted his entire paycheck. He's got a bill for the paper. He's got insurance to pay for.
She wouldn't let him do that.
He wanted his entire. Working 40 hours a week. That's a lot of fucking money.
So grandma isn't.
Grandma just wanted $1. Yeah, and you know that way when he's talking about stuff, I see if this really changes significantly from what Christopher wanted, but Christopher was confused on some of the things. You know. Well, no, we invited him to live in the house. But I'm sure if we had somebody who would, if he seemed like that kind of kid, he'd be upset about it, but he'd be, yeah, we'll see. And he saw all the dishes in the kitchen and he wanted to start washing them last night. And Chris was like, no, it's still not. My mom was like, "Super." So I have no idea what time they went to bed last night. I think they were out for a while. Like Cindy said, the worst that we would do with is him stealing, but I don't have anything with stealing. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope that it won't come to that. And that what Krista said about him and only be here for a year before going back to Georgia. Basically, I don't know where to do it in Georgia. Other than taking what he's doing as an entry level account manager with him. He'd have to make sure he has a job before he goes back to Georgia. But in a year, his girlfriend will be graduated from high school. And so what the idea was that both of them would start college at the same time. So I suspect if they break up in September. Yep. We just have Christopher's word that he's a good person. Christopher and all Christopher's things. Doesn't me either. Jim liked him.
Yes, no,
Yeah,
his favorite.
Alex liked him. Yeah, we liked him. Yeah, because he was here as a guest. So I figure, just like you do with the pup and your dog in the household, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So that's 90 days that we should be able to see what kind of person he is. Living. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'll ask him to clarify some points that Christopher was noting on. And then we just kind of listen to see if his story changes.
Yeah.
If the narrative changes. Oh, yeah.
Could have want this a little more even. I like it. It looks like a pirate.
I think I said things. Crazy. Maybe close it first, and then to Remain